militaristic exploitation, America has finally taken its rightful place in the world economic community. Under the able leadership of the new American Unity Party and the current 7-year plan, productivity in both the urban and rural centers has increased dramatically.
Doesn't matter to me.
Are you ever sorry you took one of the areas?
Instead of what?
The overview here with me of the planning stuff in the Kremlin.
Sometimes there's more work to be done at the end of the tentacle.
Generals are not made governing occupied areas.
If I were here, would I be a general?
You know, there's something faintly untrustworthy about a man who functions so smoothly in a foreign country. How many members of the Politburo have ever been outside of the Soviet Union? Very provincial. I must say of him, the object of suspicion. How can a fierce adversary like America be running so smoothly? I'm safe by Alaska.
You told me Alaska was a disaster.
But it's clear. We tie up 10 divisions, but they are fighting. We are fighting. That's very clear. Marion Andrews' husband has been released.
Yes, I know, from Fort Davis.
She is concerned. I assured her she was safe under your protection.
She would rather be under yours.
She is.
He was an interesting man.
Any man who allows a woman to betray him is a fool.
In many ways, he was the classic American. Smart, strong conscience, idealistic.
Weak and obvious, totally misperceived the will of his countrymen. Assumed he would win because he was right. A man so honest and sincere almost always plays into the hands of his adversaries. Is he in?
Yes, sir.
Katya, how are you?
Mr. President, you know Andrei Denisov, advisor to the Central area.
Of course, doing a fine job out there.
Thank you, Mr. President.
What is the first reaction in Congress to the Third Continental Congress?
Very positive. It's not going to be all smooth sailing, but in the main, it'll be all right.
Very good, very good. Sorry to disturb you. I just wanted Andrei to say hello.
Good. How long are you in town, Andre?
Oh, just a few days.
Drop back before you go. I'd like to talk about the Central area. I was born in Jefferson, you know, Missouri.
I know they're very proud of you in Missouri.
Is that right? Well, that's good to know. I'll try and make it out there one of these days.
I'll be to put on a good show, sir.
Drop back when Fetch is through with you.
I'll do that.
That man is the last president of the United States.
You know how terrific that turkey sandwich tastes after Thanksgiving? Well, now you can enjoy a turkey sandwich that good any day of the year with Lewis Rich sliced turkey. It's cooked and sliced for you. Delicious, up to 95% fat-free. It's naturally lean. So, for the ultimate turkey sandwich, you don't have to wait till after Thanksgiving. But you do have to wait till after math.
It took Lewis Rich to make turkey so right.
Dynamite.
The Porsche 944 goes from 0 to 50 in just 5.9 seconds. So does my Volkswagen Scirocco 16-valve. But with the Porsche, you get the thrill of paying $12,000 more.
Introducing New Holtran.
If you're bothered by menstrual cramps, try New Holtran. It's from Upjohn, the makers of Motrin, and it has the medicine more gynecologists recommend for menstrual cramps.
New Holtran.
Does it ever work?
Everybody knows how to do that kick. Health kick, yeah. Whoa! The goodness of milk is a real health kick. Health kick, yeah, milk. You pour a glass of milk real tall, getting comfortable. coffee and the vitamins and loving it all. Looking good. Well, come on, everybody, milk that kick. Health kick, do that kick. Come on, everybody, do that kick. America's favorite health kick.
Wendy's presents hot and juicy hamburgers. If you've ever had a dry, chewy hamburger, you're gonna love Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Wendy's new big classic, soft Kaiser roll, juicy meat, juicy toppings, and lots of napkins.
On the inside, the view is different.
How dare you stand here and...
But the outlook is the same.
Well, I care about these men. You're slumming.
Happy birthday to you, man.
It's not that simple.
Nothing's that simple. I know that.
Drop it, man. Drop it!
On Playa Estates, it's life.
Well, you farm people, I don't know. You're odd. Just landed loneliness.
Must be in the genes. Most of my adult life, I've been away from here. Somehow it always gave you strength just knowing whatever happened, the land was always there.
Ach ja, very romantic. You sound like a Russian peasant. No, I like a different kind of life. I need people around me. Laughing, fighting, loving, or even just sitting around, it doesn't matter. I want to be part of the community of men. Good old Homo sapien.
We had a different experience.
We're getting better. Or maybe you're just becoming accustomed to how bad we really are. While we've got a break here, let me introduce somebody. He's a new exile, and I'd like for you to make him feel a little at home, our version of the welcome wagon. This is someone whom I've never met, but who means a lot to me. Maybe to a lot of us. In a way, he's partially responsible for my being here. It was because of him that I rejected the policies of the new America. He awakened a feeling in me that was pretty dormant all my life. The feeling of being an American. Not just doing what I could for myself and for my family and paying my taxes, but realizing that it took more than that. Enough to land me here. I don't want to embarrass him or intrude upon his privacy, but he's here with us now. Well, let's welcome the former representative to the Congress of the United States from the state of Massachusetts, and the only real candidate for president in the 1988 elections, Devin Milford.
All right, everybody, mask down. If anything happens, just scatter. Let's go, man. Let's go. Make sure you're not carrying anything that can identify you. All right. Is the back boobied? Yes. All right.
I gotta release the circuit.
Do it! Okay, move. Move. All right, just to make sure he's done it, you're gonna open it.
I got the CD. What are you, amateurs? Coming up to fool around.
Come on. Move, let's go.
Gun on.
Come on, move.
Hurry up, man.
I need rope in the bottle.
Hurry up, man.
All right.
Okay, be careful.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold those down.
Let's get the light on it, quick.
Yes.
Take some of this stuff.
Hey, pull the pickup around. If we take it, we'll be as bad as them.
What about the people?
Burn it.
That's tough, kid. Dumb, but tough.
You get any of this when you deliver it? They give a plate to collaborators?
I drive. I don't get anything. I don't do anything more than anybody does just to try to stay alive. Okay? You want to kill me for driving? Screw you. I got a family. Hell, I don't even know if one of your guys is a kid of mine. John? Is John Dinger in here? It's me, your dad. This punk's gonna kill me for feeding you.
Real shame, man. There's nobody named John here. Now, you better start running. Burn it.
Must be hundreds of groups across the country, maybe even thousands. People trying to find a way, find something to do.
And if resistance groups continue to do whatever they want or whatever they can, we will all be picked off. There'll be just dozens of groups. Bandit gangs, all right? People will end up begging for a full-fledged occupation.
What do you want from me? I'm the one who failed. I stood up and went down, all by myself.
Not true. There were hundreds of people around the country.
I didn't see them.
The Russians did, the party did, those building the new America did. How in the hell do you think we got here?
Doesn't matter.
You're just gonna sit here and do nothing. You're not even going...
Did you ever get tired of the balalaika?
Treason. Getting tired of the balalaika is treason. Punishable by the firing squad.
It's the best way. A lifetime of the balalaika, my God.
Maybe, who knows, in a few years, we'll be learning Chinese music.
Do you remember that class at the Institute? The meaning of decadent rock and roll. Conquer the West through rhythm and blues.
Soon, my friend, we must remember that we are Russian. Our superiors see our hold on the world cracking. China, Africa. Did you know? There was a rebellion in Manchuria, our own Manchuria, last year. They want a solution to the American problem resolved quickly. Otherwise, they might just selectively attack 4 or 5 American cities. It's actually in a memo from the planning group. I have seen it.
Why?
When you lose and fail, it is understandable when you win and fail. That brings madness. But we will not let that happen, will we? We will solve it our way. You and your Mr. Bradford will lead the way. The central area is going to be the first to secede from the United States of America.
I think we can handle this. The contents were burned, not stolen. That makes it terrorism. Our mission is to protect the community from terrorist acts.
Put an escort on your supply trucks. That should handle the problem. I'm sure it was a hit and run from outside the county.
That's interesting, isn't it? That a few days after the return of the notorious troublemaker Devin Milford, we have an incident like this.
Now I guess you have someone you can blame everything on, huh?
I simply pointed out that it was an interesting coincidence. Possibly his presence excites the adventuresome.
I think prison took care of Devin.
Keep me apprised of your progress.
Why don't you tell him, Amanda?
Peter thinks it would upset things.
Oh.
He doesn't want any trouble right now.
Well, what am I supposed to tell him?
I don't know.
No, what am I supposed to
No,
tell
I
him?
don't know.
Well, what? That somehow Marion has ended up on top of things? That his two kids have become these wonderful party members? That he should really just stay in Milford and become a day laborer and forget about having a family?
You know, he at least deserves to know. Here's children. What's happened to them, where they are? He's so broken. For 6 years, he sat in that prison camp, devastated that he may have hurt them.
Yeah, well, I guess the joke's on him. I'm sorry. I guess my sensitivity level isn't what it used to be. Hey, Dev. Hi.
Ellie.
Atonement?
Put in the prison skills school. Good use.
Yeah, well, always was one of your favorite jobs, wasn't it? Dev, do you still care about Caleb? Billy? Marion?
What do you mean?
I know where they are.
I gotta see my kids.
Read this. It's a condition of your parole. You're not to see Marion or the kids. No contact. Nothing.
They're my children, Peter. I got a right to see
You got
them.
no rights. Don't you understand that? You're a political dissenter. You're an exile. You don't have any rights.
At least let me get word to them. Let them know I'm
Dev,
where I am.
please. Don't make it tough. They'll send you back. Look, if somebody told me that I couldn't see Jackie or Scott, I don't know what I'd tell them to... But Devin! That's what I'm telling you. As far as you're concerned, they might as well be dead.
last night. Here.
What?
You're under arrest.
Pass me a piece of bread, please.
You look like Bumblebee.
School colors.
This is really lame. Too bad we didn't move before this dumb parade.
A little civic pride won't hurt you two guys.
We go to Omaha. There's a great coach up there. Leon Henderson. Used to be power forward for the Bulls. Tell me 4 years area champs. 2 national.
Got into some kind of political trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. Shot off his mouth or something. But now he's coaching Omaha, junior pro. And that's my track.
Honey, I think you should finish school.
Mom, I want to play. If I get in, I've got it made.
Look, if it's what he wants to do.
He'll just become a part of this whole sports thing. Making people feel...
Proud?
They use sports as a pacifier. The circus part of bread and circuses.
God, Mom, you're weird, you know that? Bread and circuses? What's that?
That's where you give people things to distract them from what's really going on. The Romans did that.
Can you believe it? A kid who actually learned something in school.
Hey, Ma, lighten up. You take things too seriously, you know? Listen, I'll be a big star and say, "Hi, Ma," when they show me on that net.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Andre Denisov, something's up. He wants me to meet him in Chicago day after tomorrow.
Eyes open.
Apparently, it's not enough for you to be rehabilitated. There are those who would use you as a symbol. Do you find that flattering? Is the light bothering you? Actually, I bear you no ill will. In fact, there's a certain sympathy I feel with you. So your sister. I know your sister. Since you seem to have the potential to become a symbol, it is necessary for you to make a symbolic gesture. A public expression. Regret for the mistakes of your past. An appeal for what you have come to understand about a new America. The disadvantages of clinging to old ideas. Do you understand?
It's the way we set aside, the way we set things right. It's the way we cook the smile, the way we say goodnight. Drinking our kind of coffee, good to the last drop, yeah. Only natural house, fresh flavor, tastes like coffee made our way. Only natural house, fresh flavor, tastes like coffee made our way.
Is that our new car, Charles?
Yes, it is.
What is it, Charles?
It's a Volkswagen Cabriolet.
What does cabriolet mean, Charles?
It means loosen up, Harriet.
Any mouth will feel cleaner. Any mouth anywhere. Any mouth will feel cleaner.
Signal has tingly clean foaming action, so compared to both leading mouthwashes, Signal cleans better. Mouths know it, now tests show it.
Any mouth will feel cleaner. Any mouth will agree. Any mouth will feel cleaner. Get the Signal and see.
Signal cleans better.
Ask any mouth.
You know, Jerry, sometimes I take you for granted. You're a terrific husband, a great golfer, and a super salesman.
Hey, Beth, what is this?
A financial genius. You're not.
Well, I got an idea. Why don't we get some advice?
You put a lot into life. You deserve to get the most out of it. We can help. At New York Life, we have the resources to make the most of your resources. We offer a range of financial opportunities, including mutual funds, whole life, and limited partnerships. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Get the most out of life with New York Life.
America will continue in a moment. And Stolen Gems lead Audrey Hepburn and Robert Wagner on an adventure that will give them a run for their lives.
Couldn't wait 7 days to kiss a woman.
I suppose you bash him over the head and drag him into a cave, eh?
Love Among Thieves, 1 week from tonight.
From Channel 6, this is an Action News Brief with Jim Gardner.
Good evening. Philadelphia Mayor Wilson Goode makes it official. He wants to keep his job for another 4 years.
I don't want any other job. I just simply want to run this city for all the people here in the city.
Karen Friedman reports on the Goode re-election campaign kickoff at 11. And with the blessing of the city Republican leadership, Frank Rizzo is off and running to challenge Goode. That plus a behind-the-scenes look at the political power struggles from Mark Howard on Action News at 11 o'clock tonight.
95% of Chevy Nova owners would recommend their new Nova to a friend. If that doesn't mean much to you, think about this. Of the cars you've owned, how many would you recommend to a friend? New Chevy Nova. This import was styled in Europe, but it's not an Audi or a BMW. It's built in Japan, but it's not a Honda or a Mazda. It's a Chevy called Spectrum, made in Japan, imported by Chevrolet.
Get the Atlantic difference. 8% money market guaranteed for 2 months. Call 1-800-4-ATLANTIC or visit your nearest branch. Atlantic Financial.
Tony Curtis and Charles Bronson star after Nightline.
this? Sentiment. You must have had some contact with Eddie when he was German.
The flag is forbidden.
Yes, the flag is forbidden. Would you like to arrest these old men? Make an example of them, maybe.
Friends and neighbors, thank you all for coming to our Lincoln Day celebration. I'm sure there are bigger and grander celebrations, just as I am sure there are bigger and grander places, but none better. We live in unsettled times. I hope that all of us hope that soon we will be able to see our way out of the turmoil of the past years and onto a new and vital life. A life where our spirit, your spirit, keeps us together as a community. We can't do anything about change. It comes whether we want it to or not. But what we can do and what we will do is follow the example of Mr. Lincoln and turn defeat into victory, despair into hope. And we can start that right here in Milford County and bind ourselves together as a people, citizens of the community, citizens of our 5-state area. As is customary, I would like to invite the Milford Party Chairman, Mr. Herbert Lister, Major Gertman, the commander of the Special Service Peacekeeping Unit, to say a word.
I, too, extend my welcome and thanks for being able to serve the people of this area. But I would like to give my opportunity to speak to another, someone who is known to you and who now carries a special message of peace and harmony. It is also, in its own way, a confession of error, an apology, if you will, to you, his fellow citizens, for whatever harm he may have caused you. I present to you Mr. Devin Milford, who has something to say to you.
dawn's early light. What so proudly
I suggest the less you make of this, the more you gain.
at the twilight's last evening, whose sunrise and bright song through the perilous night, o'er the valley on, where the valley sings, and the
For the fourth straight year, Volkswagen is the best-selling European car line in the U.S. The Volkswagen Golf is the best-selling car in all of Europe. And the Volkswagen Jetta is the best-selling European nameplate in the U.S. When you're hot, you're hot. That's why it's possible for your participating dealer to give you air conditioning at no extra charge. A savings of $740 on select Golf GLs and Jettas. See your Volkswagen dealer soon. Otherwise, you could be left out in the cold.
Calgon, take me away!
Indulge yourself in Calgon luxury. Let Calgon soften and pamper you. It's like no other bath experience.
It's paradise.
Calgon, lose yourself in luxury.
Skittles, spice candies. Oh, smooth, splurging, snappy light, sandy, saving, super orange, neatin', funky lemon. Yeah, colorful candy shells, fruit flavors in the middle, single-handed bite-sized candy-coated Skittles. Crunches, fresh sharing, smile, sweet strawberry. Sorry, yeah. Taste the rainbow multi flavors in Skittles.
Playtex Limited. A beautiful new name in lingerie. Bras and panties with a beautiful new savvy. Enchantments for body and soul. Playtex Limited, where beautiful new ideas take shape.
Lucky dog, I'm a lucky dog. Got my own bedroom, even got my own sweatshirt.
Here I...
And I'm really lucky dog, a good person who cares for me with Lucky Dog. Crunchy bone meal on the outside, and inside a taste of real meat. Want to see an instant replay? Crunchy, meaty. New Lucky Dog brand dog food from Purina.
Bath time.
Oh, my luck just ran out.
Make your dog a lucky dog today.
There was no doubt about it. Max Holden was a charmer. Back in El Paso, folks said he could charm the skin off a snake. But even Max wasn't immune to the bite of Tina Roberts.
Tonight, America, presented by New York Life, to help you get the most out of life. The 1987 German-engineered Volkswagens and your Volkswagen dealers. And Louis Rich, makers of naturally lean turkey products. It took Louis Rich to make turkey so right.
Tomorrow night, the struggle for dignity, the fight for freedom, the dream of victory in a country no longer our own as America continues.
This is Joan London. Tomorrow morning, our Unsolved Mystery Series looks at the Cullen Davis case involving Texas millions and murders. Also, Chris Christopherson, Nick Nolte, and Justine Bateman tomorrow on Good Morning America.
This is Peter Jennings.
Free medical care for all veterans is an American tradition and an enormous expense. There is talk in Washington of restricting the benefits. Tomorrow on World News Tonight.
Tonight on a special edition of Nightline, Ted Koppel shows you what the Soviets see on TV, their news, game shows, how they portray us on Nightline tonight.
Hello, I'm Jim Gardner for Action News. It came as no surprise. Philadelphia Mayor Wilson Goode says he wants to keep his job for 4 more years. One of his predecessors is out to prevent that from happening.